Okay, good afternoon, Book of Face. I think I'm live now. It is Thursday afternoon. It is Trudy here. I am your happiness technician, and today I wanted to have a bit of a chat, a bit of a conversation about what happens when your foundations fall out from under you. And this is something that happened to me at the start of 2019. And I put myself through a lot of pain. And I want to save you some pain, share some lessons. So, for those of you that haven't known me for long or very well or whatever, 2018, I was in love, met this amazing guy, relationship failed. Had some really bad news about what the relationship was at the start of 2019. What had been happening before that, though, was I'd been going through a major transition, and I was learning about metaphysics and really getting a deeper understanding around energetics, around all the different spiritual laws of the universe, about how my energy was really influencing my results. Hi, Darlene. And December 2018 into January 2019, my life was glorious. Everything felt like it was just clip, 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 falling into place, like everything was locking in. I felt like I had hit this point where it was just all bells and whistles and beautiful things and everything was just perfect. So when the relationship ended, I felt betrayed. I was angry. I was angry at myself. I was angry at my former partner. And I was angry at the universe because I'd started creating a faith, a belief, excitement, and a way of being in the stand of metaphysics. You know, cause and effect, law of repulsion, law of attraction, law of correspondence, right? And I was sitting there in this space and I felt ripped off and betrayed. They crashed. I lost faith. But it was never the tools. It wasn't about the foundation. My focus shifted. I'm going to be honest. 2019, for the bulk of it, was a pretty crappy year. Like it was. Because when things didn't work the way that I desired and wanted, I didn't go within and look at me, and I didn't take responsibility for a long time. And so for the first 6-7 months of 2019, I was at war with myself, and I was at war with metaphysics. Like, they're the laws of the universe. They don't care about how I feel about them. They just operate, right? But in this space, I was focused on what I'd lost, what I didn't have, what I thought I should have been getting, and the future that I'd imagined for myself. And so for a good 6 months, I punished my ex, I punished myself, I punished my friends because they had to listen to me crying on the phone every night to them. And if any of my friends watch this, thank you so much. And Mum, thank you so much. So I was focusing on the wrong things. Blame, regret, looking backwards and just focusing on the might have hads and if onlys, and I made myself miserable for things that, yes, I played a part in, but things I didn't need to drag out. Now, you may have heard me talking about what you focus on expands. That's metaphysics, right? And it's like you're at cause, you're at effect, you create the vibration, whatever it is. But I was so focused on loss, and I was so focused on regret, and I was so focused on constantly telling the story. This is important. Focused on telling the story. I was this, I was that, he was this, he was that. I was so focused on telling this story, I nearly missed out on some really amazing opportunities. I probably actually did miss out. I was running Embrace last year. The first launch was great. The second launch was okay. The third launch, not good. The fourth launch picked up and the fifth launch was good too, right? So you can see the cycle. So excitement, excitement, excitement. Everything's great. Ooh, mad, angry. I'm going to blame everyone. Tell all the sad stories. Cry. Sit in regret. Sit in pain. Oh, hang on. I'm starting to shift back and get back to my belief in metaphysics and energy and focusing on me. So I really want to highlight here, you need to stop telling the stories. You need to stop focusing on the blaming yourself, blaming others. Now, it's healthy to process those feelings at the time. But even, me, you're probably going, Trudy, you sat in that space? Yeah, I sat in that space for way too long because when I teach shadow values, I was getting the attention, I was getting the love, I was getting the nurturing, I was getting all the apologies that I felt I was owed. But it wasn't healthy for the amount of time I let myself sit in that space. So it's good to have the feelings, it's good to process the feelings. We don't want to hang on to those feelings, we want to go and filter for the lessons. But I had to stop the stories. We have to stop living in the stories of the past. We have to start focusing on, saying have to. I'm not a have to person. I recommend if you're feeling stuck and you're not moving forward and you're focused on what was and you can't see a pathway forward, stop focusing on the stories. Stop sitting in regret. It is so easy. Like I could sit back there and, and we all have these moments. I didn't buy a house when I was 20. I'll always regret that, but I'm not going to sit in the space every time I walk past a house with a for sale sign going, that could have been mine. I didn't buy it. Or, regret is part of the process, but I would strongly recommend once you've processed the initial feelings of what's been going on, I strongly recommend you start making a conscious choice to look forward and start focusing on what it is that you desire in your life. And even if you don't know 100%, because I know right now there's a lot of uncertainty out there, a lot of people sitting back going, well, who am I and what am I going to do with my life now? And it's easy to sit back and regret, if only I'd saved more money or not bought those things or not paid for that holiday or didn't have a credit card or whatever it is. We need to let go of that. I really am wanting to support you to start moving forward. And if you don't know who you are yet in the space of career-wise, making money, business, what sort of job, that's okay. How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel when you're showing up in the world as your best, unique you? Do you want to feel good, kind, happy, grateful, calm? If you focus on feeling those feelings 5 minutes a day, being really aware of what you're putting out there, those things will start to come to you. Now, I'm very clear on what I want, but I also have the emotions and the feelings of like having and being and showing up as what I want. Those feelings, every day, just sit in that space and I can feel those changes. Hopefully that's going to inspire you to, start shifting and thinking. Also, if you don't know what you want to do and you're in an opportunity, you've got a space now where you can start transforming your life, studying, looking at different career options and everything. And if you really aren't sure, here's some tips, because I like to be helpful. Go back and have a think about what you loved in childhood. Your childhood has so many clues for you. So many clues. I'll give you an example. When I was little, I wanted to help people feel better and feel happy about themselves. I wanted to be a psychiatrist because that's what I thought psychiatrists did. I wanted to be a performer, an actor. I wanted to be on stage in front of thousands of people, entertaining them, being loved by the masses. I wanted to be a teacher. So traditionally, like the traditional track of those things, I'm not a teacher with a 4-year degree, and but I've taught in schools, right? I teach now, acting and performing. I do extra work. I have fun. I built a whole business around dressing up as different characters to teach. I'm not a psychiatrist. Some people might say what I do is better. I don't know. I'm going to leave that one up to you. But your childhood actually has clues. So start there. Have a look. Oh, sorry, Darlene, you've actually written, yes, she's had great friends and coaches to help stop the stories. So now, for those of us that are still in stage 4 lockdown, now is a perfect opportunity to sit and daydream and dream and feel and reflect and not sit in the stories anymore. Because I'll be honest, with everything that happened, and I know there's probably a lot of people out there that have just lost faith. Get into some metaphysics. Those laws never change. But give yourself permission to dream. Reflect. Go back. The past has clues for you. But if we're sitting in a past that is full of pain, hurt, and regret, we're never going to see the opportunities that are showing up for us even now. So if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. If you want to do some work around this, or you don't want to share in such a public space, click the banner in my profile. Come and join We Dream Fearlessly. Because now is the perfect time to be dreaming and feeling. All right. Here endeth the lecture. Well, hopefully you don't feel like that's a lecture, but here endeth the live. Jump in my group, come and hang out. We really get stuck into this stuff. And guess what? You're not alone. You're never alone, okay? We'll get through this. Love your work, everybody. I'll talk to you.